The complete history of the Eisendrache Easter egg speedruns. I'm apparently in this video. Let's see.
This is Call of Duty Black Ops 3.
Let's see.
What people would refer to as the golden age of Call of Duty Zombies, where every map was a slam dunk and all featured very intricate hidden Easter egg quests. The map that is in nearly everyone's top 5 is DLC 1's The Eisendrache.
The Eisendrache.
Once the Easter egg quest had been solved, it was then time to master it and find quicker methods of completing. Fast forward to now, and the Eisendrache Solo is the speedrun with the most submissions out of any COD zombie speedrun.
Wow.
And today I'm going to tell you how this all really began.
Why is this here? Fuck. Adblock has ads.
The first time the Eisendrache would get beaten in under 1 hour would be 13 days after it was first released.
No, I didn't watch it, no.
Akitaka Suya. The first thing Akitaka did was make his way to the courtyard to fill up the first dragon with 8 zombies. Once finished, he turned on power, then went into the undercroft to fill up dragon number 2. Then finally went up to church to fill up dragon number 3. The reward for filling up the 3 dragons is the Wrath of the Ancients.
This is cool.
The next step
Actually good that he's looking at the OG strats.
Akitaka chose to upgrade with the lightning
how it
quest,
started,
as it is fastest and the easiest quest to do. He then shoots the 3 bonfires after several attempts. One of the bonfires requires a long detour to rocket test in order to shoot. However, Akitaka used a specific line at the second bonfire to shoot the last bonfire. Although this was not done very quickly, taking 3 minutes. Once he teleported back, he did the anti-gravity wall run to trigger the next step. I actually don't know about the OG strats.
I can't lie. So I'm going to be learning a little bit here.
Then he shot the bonfire again with the electric spark. He did the same thing with the other 2 with little issue before grabbing the arrow and finally filled it up to get the lightning.
That's 20 minutes in. It's crazy to think about.
By shooting the orbs on top of the teleporter. There are 8 objects that can be found around the map. One of them will start sparking at random, and the player must go around the map and find the wisp, then shoot it with the upgraded bow. It then does this 3 more times before the step is complete. The location that the wisp spawns at is quite important in a speedrun, because you start here and get one near there. It's going to be a lot quicker than getting one all the way over there. Akitaka got this one, the globe wisp. However, this shot killed the zombie, ending the round and therefore restarting the step. After extensive looking around, he found it at the church, followed by the other church wisp, then the power wisp, and finally the wheel. Then he inputted the vault code into the computer, grabs the final Ragnarok part by turning on the death ray, then he grabs the key card from the vault, repairs the death ray, then does the first Simon Says puzzle.
This is good so far.
Again, as you are required to repeat this step in order to get the stone tablet. He then pushed the green button to drop Dempsey, picks up the golden rod and spawns in the Keeper. The Keeper step works like this. The Keeper will go to 4 spots around the map in a random order, and at each spot will make you kill 20 zombies with the upgraded bow before moving on to the next spot. He will do this until all 4 spots have been filled. The order the Keeper goes in will either be faster or slower depending on how far away from the start and end the Keeper goes. Once the Keeper step is finished, Akitaka enters the boss fight with a Pack-a-Punch Brecci shotgun, Danger
and stuff already,
and monkey bombs.
Yeah, but this is a good video for like people that don't know this stuff, is what I'm saying.
He was able to complete the Easter egg in under an hour. The first in history. How can this be sped up?
59 minutes, 0 seconds. First in history. How could this be sped up? Oh, okay.
The world record will come a month later from a player called Bartle, who unfortunately deleted his YouTube channel. So the following run comes on May 18th from Smidge. This run featured a magic new addition to the speedrun, which made every speedrunner's wildest dreams come true. Microtransactions. Smidge would use mega gobblegums in order to speed up the time. They are obtained from gun machines littered all over the map, and they do a variety of different things, such as instantly pack-punching the next gun you buy, or spawning in a double points power-up. While these are only meant to be obtained through playing the game or money, there are methods to keep these gobblegums from being used, and therefore you can have infinite. The main difference in the route was a slight change up in the Dragon Order, as well as an improved method of shooting the rocket test bonfire from Castle. Another improvement made in his world was instead of putting the arrow into the lightning bow box straight away when it was filled, he instead went over to the teleporter and started the wisp step. This saved time, as he then wouldn't have to go back and re-grab the bow. The wisp RNG was also massively improved. Getting church wisp first, then the other church, then power, then wheel.
Time saves. Here comes the time saves, bro.
He also decided to change the Simon Says order, opting to do the rocket test puzzle first, then the castle puzzle, before doing the wisp step after dropping Dempsey. The Keeper order was unfortunately the worst possible, but with his Pack-a-Punch KRM and the use of the fatal contraption Gobblegum, he used the death machines to kill the Panzers as quickly as he could, and finished with a time of 35:45.
35:45.
Beat this time by a minute. But that too is also deleted, so we'll never know how he did it. And there the record stood for 8 months.
Oh. 8 months.
Since the last run, there have been several updates to the game, adding several new gobblegums. One called Shopping Free would become included into the speedruns in order to open up the map for free, along with Fatal Contraption for the boss fight, and
Look how old this footage is. It just looks...
The last 2 slots would be taken up by Dead of Nuclear Winter, which is useful for ending the rounds in an instant, and Any Weather Here, which when used teleports you to a random location around the map. You can see how this is both useful and frustrating to a speedrunner.
Real.
Smidge would use these gobblegums to beat Bartle's time with a 33-11, along with an improvement on the second
interesting
wisp
live
set.
split layout.
Instead of shooting the wisp
Time
after
layout.
Simon Says puzzles, he instead shoots them during the puzzles, saving a lot of time overall. He also noticed that whenever you kill the second Panzer, the rocket test always seems to start. Not knowing why this was the case, he routed his speedrun to do the Ragnarok part after the second teleport. Along with perfect keeper route and an improved boss fight, Smidge reclaimed world record with a time of 33:11, which is a time he was happy with, so he left it alone for several months. On the 16th of May 2017, the Zombie Chronicles DLC was released, and with
Zombies
it
Chronicles.
more gobblegums.
More
Two of which
gobblegums.
would see
Pay
heavy
to
use of
win.
Battles 3 speedruns. Fatal Contraption had now been succeeded by Raindrops, a gobblegum which gives the player every power, including a death machine, nukes, and money. Shopping Free would also be succeeded by Extra Credit, which instead of opening doors for free, gives you a lot of money, and so is better suited for Eisendrache, where you move through the map more slowly to fill up dragons. With these new gobblegums, Smidge was able to shave off a good amount of time, using Any Weather Here to quickly go from the rocket test back to the castle without having to use the jump pad. Raindrops would also now be used in the boss fight in place of Fatal Contraption to give Smidge the death machines to kill the Panzers.
What's this? The Eisendrache.
Wolfie would beat Smidge's time on the 7th of August with
The
a
intro of someone else.
and would introduce some slight changes to the
Gave him
route.
an intro.
First thing is he would start with the Church Dragon instead of Courtyard, as it was faster.
Exclamation mark,
He
wolf.
was also able to get his second wisp done extraordinarily fast, as all the wisps were in a perfect trail from spawn to death ray, which is where he needed to go. As a result, he was able to teleport immediately after picking up the keycard from the vault, then Any Weather Here straight back to the death ray once he arrived back, saving a good amount of time. This was also the first run to feature the Pack-a-Punch starting pistols used during the damage phase of the boss fight.
I'll put the link in the chat, by the
Another
way.
new runner called Steve would beat this time.
I'm Steve.
I am Steve. Ain't no it. W meme. If you want to hit a like on this
This
video,
run had a few mistakes, such
Wanna
as messing
support
up
it?
the wall run step and missing the bonfire shot and having to go back and get a new spark. But with far smoother movement and general gameplay, Steve managed to shave off 14 seconds from Wolfie's time. Not to be outdone, Wolfie would then beat this time 6 seconds.
yeah,
later
fire.
with
No,
enhanced
I'm
movement
not.
and some time
Dude,
savings.
I don't think
First
I'm
thing is early
unfortunately
anti-gravity. In
as
order to
relevant
complete
as
the
these
wall run
guys,
step,
sadly.
You first need to turn on anti-gravity mode, but this can take a while.
Wait,
as you have
wait,
stand
to
on
be
each
fair-
square for several seconds. Before this,
Hold.
Wolf would turn
Let's see
on
what they
3
say
out
about
of
me.
4 of the squares
Just kidding.
while filling up the dragon and leave the last
Nah,
one
the
to
video's
turn on
good, though.
later.
Like,
But
I
Wolfie
could-
was about to change that. He turned on
Even
all
if
4
they-
squares while filling up the dragon.
The
No,
video's
with
just
it
good.
cycling
Just
from
a good
on
video.
to off in intervals of 50 seconds on and 1 minute
50
off.
seconds on
So
and
when
1 minute
you're
off. There you
messing
go.
up the
That
bow
answered
shot really
that.
badly, the anti-gravity will be on when he goes
Steve
downstairs to do the
is
wall
pretty
run,
good,
saving him
bro.
from
He's
having
an
to turn
OG.
it on. This would also be the first run to feature the pre-shot, where you shoot the bonfire and grab the arrow before it hits. This also
Oh,
features
shit!
one feature,
That's the
yellow
first
shot,
run to
where
do
he goes
that.
downstairs to do the wall run, saving him from having to turn it on. This would also be the first run to feature the pre-shot, where you shoot the bonfire and grab the arrow before it hits. This also features what he
Damn!
dubbed the YOLO
Bro
swap
did do
shot,
that.
where you shoot
Bro
downstairs
did
to
that
do the wall
before
run,
the
saving
fucking-
him from
before
having to
everyone,
mess
bro.
up the bow shots really badly. The anti-gravity will be on when he goes downstairs to do the wall run, saving him from having to turn it on. This would also be the first run
Bro,
to feature
the thing is,
pre-shot,
people
where you shoot
stopped
the
you
bonfire
doing
and
that.
grab the arrow
People
before
did
it
not do
hits.
that.
This also featured what he dubbed the YOLO swag shot. Another new feature of
For
this
a
run
bit.
was the discovery of how to trigger the rocket test sequence on command. While it does not work every time, as the rocket test needs to not be on cooldown, if it is not on cooldown, you can trigger rocket test by simply spawning in a power-up from either a gobblegum, killing a zombie, or like before, killing a panzer. This discovery took away a lot of the
Maybe did it,
randomness that
actually.
is the
Maybe I'm
rocket
getting
test,
mixed up.
and
Alright.
made it far easier to
Dub.
route. With a smooth keeper and boss
That's
fight,
the
there
rocket
were a lot
test
of
thing.
rocket tester of this run before it hits. This also featured what he dubbed the YOLO swag shot. Another new
called it
feature of
YOLO
this run
swag
was the
shot?
discovery of how to trigger the rocket test
That's what he
sequence
called
on
it.
command. While it does not work every time, as the rocket test needs to not be on cooldown, if it is not on cooldown, you can trigger rocket test by simply spawning in a power-up from either a gobblegum, killing a zombie, or like before, killing a panzer. This discovery took away a lot of the randomness that is the rocket test and made it far
That's
easier to
you get a
route.
drop
With
and then it
smooth
says the
keeper and
rocket
boss
test.
fight, the run was finished with a final time of 30 minutes and
30,
51
51.
seconds, and that is where it stood for 2 years. It's not 100% clear why the community went so quiet for 2 years, but what is clear is this is not isolated to just the Eisendrache. Origins would see the same thing happen. Shadows of Evil 2 would see the same gap. It could be because of the flop
Should I
that
do
was
it too?
Black Ops 4's launch, or people moving on to other games. However, things would return in 2019.
Who this?
A player called Lonely Legend would be the person to break the
Oh,
ice of
Lonely
the first
Legend.
sub 30. He also brought some new modifications to the speedrun. Instead of going the traditional church to spawn to check wisps, he would instead go backwards and check spawn first. Unfortunately though, it did not pay off as the wisp did end up at church. Next up was the reroute of Simon Says. Previously, runners would shoot all 4 wisps while entering the code, then teleport back in time after grabbing the parts from the safe. Legend decided instead to grab the parts, then go back up and fix the death ray, then go back down to teleport. He did this so that when he teleported back to Rocket Test, he could immediately start the Simon Says puzzle at Rocket Test, then complete the rest as before. 6 months later, the world record would be claimed by Kooky, who unfortunately removed the footage, so we can't see it today. The next run, a month later however, would mark a new age for the speedrun as it was time to move from console to PC.
Oh, the PC era.
There are many benefits to speedrunning on PC, not limited to better frames per second, 120 FOV, easier to record, keyboard and mouse is superior for movement, and the biggest benefit of all is fast restarting. The developers left a function in the game, fast_restart, which you combined in the keybind files to make restarting seamless, which compared to the unloading and reloading on console, vastly increased reset efficiency. And with this massive
Interesting.
improvement, Bull was able to beat the record another 2 times in the course of a week,
Bull.
bringing the world record down to a 28:09, a minute and 18 seconds from where it was before.
Pretty
the new
good.
trick used was the quote skip. At the very end of the Easter egg, the main character Richtofen says a long quote before the cutscene plays.
The road is long, dark, and
I don't know where we're going. Aye.
we will complete our mission.
Go ahead, quote. What?
But if you're playing as Richtofen and you down yourself, the quote does not happen, and the cutscene starts straight away, saving you 7 seconds.
28:09
Another
is really
improvement
good.
was the 2-in-1
Hold
shot
on.
for upgrading the lightning bow. When you shoot the faraway bonfire, while the arrow is traveling, you have just enough time to get another spark before it goes
Put
away,
back down, innit?
and then you can use that spark to light up the other bonfire. Upon getting this time, Fantastic Bull humbly declared himself the DE King. On the 18th of October,
Humbly.
2020, a new speedrunner called Hoppo would dethrone Fantastic Bull with a time of 28:06, and this run would mark 2
I used to
more
watch
discoveries, both to do with this.
Fantastic Bull.
One is you can not only see, but you can actually shoot the spawn wisp from up top near the death ray by sniping it through the hole in the roof. The other breakthrough
And
is an
Hoppo a little
increased
bit.
understanding of the wisp order. The wisps have a method to their madness. While the first wisp is completely random and
Back
can
in my
spawn
young
at any of the
days.
8 locations, the next wisp after that is limited to the 2 closest wisp locations to the first one, then the next 2 locations, and so on. This makes perfect wisps go from 1 in 1,680 to a 1 out of 64. And with speedrunners memorizing all the possible wisp spawns, this makes wisp searching far more efficient. Runners will now only ever be checking 2 locations. And despite Hoppo only beating the world record by 3 seconds, you can see by his splits just how low the world record can go from here. The question is, who will break the sub 28 barrier? Will it be me? No. That honour could go to the runner Penguin, who has tied Hoppo's 28:06, and he would get on a run on the 14th of March. Despite getting Church Wisp first, he did not get any of the 50/50s, but was still 10 seconds ahead of Hoppo going into the teleporter.
Change your heart. Look around you.
Bro, he gets a fucking fire-ass intro. It's
This would also be
crazy.
the first run to feature the new Simon Says route. Old runs would put the
Is he
parts
that-
in the
is he
death
that-
ray,
bro,
then do
holy.
second TP, then do Simon Says after that. But the new reroute would have you fix the death ray, then jump over to Rocket, then do that Simon Says, then ABS,
I mean, I guess
then do
he's
the other
gassing
Simon
up.
Says, then push the button and jump over to teleport from Rocket. This saves time as you would be combining waiting for the Groff cutscene with waiting for the Rocket to drop, and having them happen at the same time effectively reduces the amount of time you'll have to wait overall. The Keeper Order was unfortunately.
Bro, I'm gonna be
spawned
real. I
first
didn't
in
know.
Class,
I
which is the
didn't know
worst
Penguin
possible, but he
had
did
much
have an
much
ace up
info.
his
Maybe
sleeve,
maybe
the
I'm wrong though.
XM53. It insta-finishes each damage phase, saving time over the ML6. Would that be enough to get the sub 28?
Let's go, hold it.
Pull a Rish.
Let's go.
It was indeed the first sub 28 minute
Why
run
is it-
of the Eisendrache.
this is so
and
weird.
it showed this time can get lower if someone gets the luck.
Why is
Horizon was a new runner. After speedrunning the map Shadows of Evil, he
I guess it's
completed
just
the
about the
Eisendrache.
world records.
He had gotten a 28:37.
I don't know what that means, bro.
But 40 seconds away from world record. So even he wasn't really expecting to beat the world record anytime soon. But 5 days after getting that time, he did this.
Ain't no way, bruh. Alright, let me Well, what did I do? I can't remember what I did.
I think you badly beat it.
You're ahead by like 3 to 5 seconds, I think.
Fuck. I wanted to fucking cover the cam, bro. Fuck. For the meme. I couldn't do it. Too late, too slow. Bro, this is back when I was watching as well.
How did I throw that hard and still get it?
Despite downing during the keeper step, he was so far ahead of world record that it didn't really matter. It only shaved off 7 seconds in the end, but it showed that this world record was going to keep going down. It was not over.
Okay,
Then some
it's a bit late now. Bug on cake, in a way.
Finna rage. This would have been a 920p. What? 1 in 5, I don't get rain. Whoa! This is it! Yeah! Shut up, Cocaine. I see what's going on.
I remember this. They were fucking spamming the fucking... Really? Come on, bruh. Bro, need to gas himself up.
What followed was the run being beaten in 27 minutes and 21 seconds, and it was the first world record to feature Squid Game.
Okay, he is.
The first wisp were 1 50-50 off, being perfect. The second wisp were
I thought he was not going to show talk about
resulting
it.
in a very quick Simon Says segment. Despite the keeper going to spawn first, which is not very fast, it did end at power, which is one of the better locations, resulting in an all-right keeper segment and a near-exact bot sensor to the 2735. Yet the run finished way quicker. And this was the point where the grueling discovery of boss RNG was made. The keeper boss has 3 attacks it does just before the damage phase. One is the fire attack, one is the void attack.
This is back when I was grinding as well. I was grinding back here.
Every time, of which it can happen multiple times.
At this time.
And can you control which attacks the keeper does? No. Boss RNG, ladies and gentlemen.
Boss RNG.
A month
W
and a half
editing
would
for
go
real.
by, then Penguin would get on a fast
It's a good
run.
video.
This game's terrible.
Despite messing up the quote skip at the end by downing too early, he did beat the world record. He just didn't know it, as the world record at the time was cheated. For sub 27 was so on. It's just a question of who's going to get it.
The world record at the time was cheated.
I'm not in a good position cycle-wise.
I don't remember
There's a
that.
1 in 5 chance I do not get raindrops, and if it happens, I'm going to be delayed.
Bro, he didn't. He should have talked about who cheated.
No, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean?
Ain't no way.
5. God.
He didn't get a 1 in 5.
That was a 1 in 5.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, the noob speedrunner
Rip.
didn't cycle his gobblegums correctly, leaving a 1 out of 5 chance of the run dying right there and then. And of course, that's what happened. The gobblegums are cycled through so that every gum is acquired at least once before resetting the cycle. So it is random, but if done correctly, you can ensure you get raindrops. Had it appeared, the speedrun could have finished as low as 26:35, and who knows how long it would take to get a speedrun like that again.
There you are. There you are.
Bro, they didn't put my W in here. That's fucked up.
No, don't do that.
26:35. That's actually cooked.
Don't do that.
That's actually so fucked. Yo, fucking dislike this video.
Come on, come on, come on. 26, 26. It's gonna be so close. Oh, that's dead close.
Okay, no. Wait, Paul, hold.
Come on, come on.
Hold. Wait, it's not yet. It's 27:01. Hold.
I will take that though. Oh, baby.
Boss RNG strikes again. Unfortunately for Ultra Noob, the 26 will have to wait.
So going into the run, it was just like any other run. You don't know what's going to happen, but going into these runs, I had one goal. One more world record to get all of them on the mainline Black Ops 3 maps. So I was really grinding. I was hard at work.
Despite getting
Really?
choked
An
first,
interview?
he lost all 3 of his 50-50s. The second was lined up really well with his
Fair
second
enough,
session,
man.
and
Fair
he got
enough.
gold split, meaning it was the fastest he'd ever completed that step in a run. The keeper route unfortunately finished at spawn, resulting in a longer route.
I was doing my keeper step, and I knew I was world record pace, but I got that keeper finishing at spawn last, which is such a big time loss. And I knew it was close. I knew it was so close to beat the world record, and I really started doubting it. I was just pleading that this was going to be the one.
But during boss fight, he lost just 2 seconds to boss energy, resulting in...
Holy fuck! Here we go!
I don't think an interview was needed. Just no hate or anything like that.
That's all of them, baby! Let's go!
Pure jubilation. It was probably one of the best moments in my speedrunning career. I don't really think many things have topped it. It's still probably one of my favorite world records.
Bro,
Oh my god.
did they actually not do it? What?
Enjoy becoming Thanos champ.
Let's go, baby!
Yeah, it was good. It's good, but like an interview is a
Come on,
bit.
baby! Let's go!
Fair enough. I mean, it's not that
I'm
deep,
so
but
hyped right now. Let's go. What? Oh my god.
dub.
7 long months would go by with no activity at the top of the Eisendrache leaderboard. It wouldn't be until October 30th, 2022, that Freckleston himself would make a 5-second improvement to his world record, brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends.
That's what I'm saying. It's just
However,
a bit.
That was it.
It's just
for the
it kind
rest
of. I don't know.
2022, And most of
In terms of the
2023.
video,
It seemed.
I feel
the
the
world
interview
was
is a bit too much.
settled.
Not like no hate to anyone. Like actually. Oh no!
The clouds. Is the run.
What the fuck is this? Okay, dub.
It would be on August 6th, 2022,
Dub, okay,
when former
dub.
Classic Games world record holder Rish Official would have a crack at the Megas world record and would eventually beat it with a 26:40.
We done it, guys. We done it, guys. We done it, guys. We done it. Let's go.
W
A
vid.
monumentous day in history. Finally.
Fucking hell, bro.
Holy.
That's a throwback. We'll be watching
man,
that.
My heart, man, my heart.
This run had perfect first wisps. His second wisps were not the best, but were still all right. He would get a really good keeper route and would lose 3 seconds to boss fight RNG. Then on August 29th, some guy everyone hates got the world record again with a 26:35.
Bro!
And Freckleston got it back with a 26:20. Then a year later would beat it again, getting a 26:02, using a new strategy discovered by Rish
Alright.
Official. How it
You
works
guys
is to
can
get
hit the like
regular
button
part,
now.
You have to hit a switch at rocket test. Then you have to wait for the rocket test to fit.
Here we go. Here's the strat.
Beat it again, getting a 26:02.
Yeah, I'm so happy now.
Discovered by with a 26:20.
I'm gonna glaze the guy.
26:02. Using a new strategy discovered by
The video's good. The video's really good though.
Everyone hates got the world record again with a 26:35. Then Freckleston got it back with a 26:20.
This is fucking
Then a year
crazy,
later,
going
beat it
crazy,
again,
right?
Getting a 26:02. Using a new strategy discovered by Rish Official. How it works is to get the Ragnarok part, you have to hit a
Let's
switch
go.
at
I got
rocket
my
test.
credit.
Then you have to wait
That's
for
all I
the rocket
wanted,
test to
man.
finish,
Don't
and
be
hit a
fucking
switch
bad.
next to the teleporter to spawn in a piece. He discovered that if you hit the switch as late as you can, then use anywhere but here, you have just enough time to jump back to rockets and pick up the parts. This
Yes!
It allowed runners to effectively leave the rocket test area and do some other stuff while waiting for it to finish. Now that
Thank
this new
you.
strategy was discovered, it made the sub 26 practically inevitable.
He let the people know. That's all I want. That's all I needed. No, just the truth. W fucking back.
So you go from 0 to 100 sometimes for some people. For me, it started all the way back after I got that one. video
Bro,
when
he's
I
interviewing
first started.
people.
My heart just started beating, just like very quick. I TP. I do my keeper. I'm okay. I get into boss, and now,
Bro,
like 150.
I like it. It's funny,
with my heart rate.
but I don't think it
150
fits on this
really-
video.
I'm
Interview
really
people.
nervous this entire run. So we have a trick where we take some bullets out of our MR6s or tapped, and we're able to basically do one whole mag each phase to the boss.
That's Penguin.
Right? 150 BPM.
With my interview, I didn't get an interview.
I'm probably like.
Nah, this video is fucking hilarious.
I'm
As
okay.
well with the
I get
fucking
into boss, and now I'm probably like 150 easy, just like with my heart rate. 150 BPM, really easy. I'm really nervous this entire run. So we have a trick where we take some bullets out of our MR6s or tapped, and we're able to basically do one whole mag each phase to the boss. And so when I did try to do that trick, it didn't work. So I had to reload and shoot an extra amount of times, which ended up costing me a lot of time. Well, the only thing in my mind
Trick didn't
was
work.
just 25 don't f*** up.
Did he get he got the first 25? Dub? To be fair, yeah. You did, I remember. Yeah. Raise like that in my face. Is bro crying? Dub?
Just up nothing. Of course, I felt a little mad, you know? I did feel a little mad because I'm like, I f***ed up a bit. At the same time, I'm just like ecstatic, happy. I'm like, I literally go and jump on my bed because I'm just like freaking out because I just like I did something what a lot of people wanted to do. Get us 25.
Dub.
Then that brings us to today. The world record is currently 25:54, held by Freckleston. And that is where we are today. Thanks for watching.
Dub, that was a good video. Actual good video. Check it out, chat. At least I got the credit, you know. That's all I wanted. Like, everything aside, that video was good. Like, even without any, like, drama or anything. Or any, like, op type shit. You know? Claim, I should, innit? I should get the megas again. Bro, this guy, dude, actual really good video. Like, actually insane.